Why Russia and China couldn't protect Maduro. When news broke that Venezuela's president was taken by US forces, many people around the world asked the same question. Where were Russia and China? Why didn't they step in? Why didn't they protect their ally? To understand this, you have to move past emotions and look at how real global power actually works. First, geography decides power. Venezuela sits in the Western Hemisphere, a region the United States has dominated militarily for over a century. The US has military bases across the Caribbean, naval fleets permanently nearby, and full air and satellite surveillance of the region. Russia and China, on the other hand, are thousands of kilometers away. To protect Maduro in real time, they would have needed troops stationed inside Venezuela, air defense systems actively manned by Russian or Chinese soldiers, and warships ready to confront US forces. That wouldn't be protection. That would be a direct military confrontation with the United States, and that is a line neither Moscow nor Beijing is willing to cross. Second, Russia and China do not protect leaders, they protect interests. They support governments when it benefits them through oil contracts, debt leverage, strategic influence, and arms sales. But they do not operate like personal bodyguards for foreign presidents. If one leader falls, Russia negotiates with the next government and China restructures loans with whoever comes next. They may lose influence, but they do not risk their own survival, and survival always comes first. Third, there is no military defense treaty. Venezuela is not a NATO-style ally of Russia or China. There is no signed obligation to defend Maduro, no automatic military response clause, and no shared command structure. So legally and strategically, Russia and China were not required to fight for him. Condemnations happened, United Nations speeches followed, but war with the United States was never on the table. Fourth, speed and intelligence decide modern operations. If the US operation happened, it likely relied on inside intelligence, rapid execution, special forces, and a very narrow time window. Russia and China do not control Venezuelan security forces, do not command Maduro's inner circle, and do not receive real-time alerts on US covert actions. By the time official statements are released, the operation is already over. Protection fails when a strike is fast and unexpected. Fifth, the risk of escalation was too dangerous. If Russian or Chinese forces had intervened, American soldiers could have been killed, retaliation would have been guaranteed, sanctions would explode, global markets would shake, and the conflict could spiral toward a wider war. No great power makes that trade for one leader. Sixth, public outrage is not the same as action. Strong words do not equal weak power. Russia and China use diplomatic pressure, international law arguments, and information warfare because once bullets start flying between nuclear-armed states, everyone loses. Final reality. Allies are temporary, interests are permanent. Russia and China did not fail to protect Maduro. They chose not to fight the United States in its own sphere of influence. That decision was not emotional. It was strategic, cold, and calculated.